I.S.U.P.K.
Do you consider yourself a Negro?
No.
Why not?
Because you only call a Negro when you come to the United States and you sold.
Say that again.
You're only called a Negro when you come to the United States. Nobody addresses a Negro.
Finish what you said the very first time you said it. You said you're only called a Negro when you come to the United States and
you're sold.
And you're what?
Sold.
Give her a hand.
Okay.
This is not these are not our words. She understands actual history. The people that were brought to America and that were sold are not the people of Africa.
I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. One body, one faith, one Lord. Feel like I can take over the world with one sword. 144,000 men on one accord. Not being in this army is something you can't afford. Real niggas across the board, ain't no suckers round us. You was looking for the truth, well that's how you found us. Now it's time to lace your boots up. We got the order from the king, round the troops up. Let's go to war and die defending this nation if we gotta. Ain't no stopping us now. The chosen people of the power, standing strong like a man. Cause in our camp it ain't no cowards. 144 grand, nigga, it's step before the sign. Rather die like a man.
And there's a reason why we specify those groups of people. Because according to the Bible, those races of people today are God's holy people mentioned in the Bible. It may not seem like it because of our current conditions, but actually our conditions are mentioned in the Bible. It mentions how we will be brought over here on slave ships, how we will serve a people that God says is not us. And the major misconception that we have about our people is that we are the same as Africans. That's a major misconception in the black community, that because we have melanin in our skin, we are the same people. Well, guess what? Every race of people on the face of the earth have melanin, except, of course, we all know who. Anybody know who? What's the one race of people that don't have melanin? The so-called Caucasian. You understand? Every race of people has melanin. Melanin does not make us one people. The East Indians don't claim to be black. You understand? The Africans don't claim to be black. You call an African black, what do they tell you? I am not black. I am Nigerian. I am Ghanaian. I am this, I am that. Just because we're dark skinned doesn't mean we're the same people. And I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you. Give me Ham in the Bible. You understand? Give me Ham in this right here. I can prove it to you. You understand? The Bible lists the names of the peoples of the earth. The names that we call each other today, our races today, are not the original names. How do you know? Because what do we call black people? Well, first, the white man called us colored. They called us Negro. They called us Afro-American. They called us African-American. And now we're just black. How can black people be African-American when those are the names of two different white men? Leosiphius Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci. So how the hell are we, our name is of two white men? You see the brainwashing? That's not who we are according to the Bible. The Bible tells you the biblical names of every race of people. And we're going to read about the biblical name of the so-called Africans. Read. Ham. Read it again. Ham. Ham. In the Hebrew, come. That's the biblical name for so-called Africans. I'm going to go some more into it. This is knowledge right here. Knowledge that you won't get in that filthy whorehouse called the Christian church. Knowledge that you won't get in that child molestation farm called the Catholic Church. Knowledge that you won't get out of that drug dealer trap house called the Muslim mosque. Because every religion has lied to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And look how we live because of it. We're destroyed because of religion. We're destroyed because of the vain philosophies of these oppressors. This is real knowledge, and you're not going to find it in your religious institution. Now listen carefully. Learn something, man. Read. Ham.
The youngest son of Noah.
The youngest son of Noah. Now, of course, you all know about the story of Noah. There was a flood, a great flood. And for those of you that believe this is fairy tale, you ask every culture on the face of the earth, they all have a flood story in their culture. Every race of people on the earth has a story that's similar to the flood. You know why? Because it's history. This Bible is not fairy tales. This Bible is not stories to read your children good night. This Bible is actual history. And we're reading about the history of the flood, you understand, that the Lord did on the entire earth. And Noah, his 3 sons were saved. The youngest son of Noah, his name was what?
Ham.
Ham. We're going to read where Africans come from. Read.
The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
So this man named Ham was one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. You had Noah and his 3 sons, and they all had wives. That equals 8. Keep reading.
He became the progenitor of the...
Anybody know what the word progenitor means? D.C. is an educated city. Everybody in D.C. damn near is educated. So how come we don't know these basic words? What does the word progenitor mean? Progenitor means forefather. You understand? George Washington is a progenitor of white people in America. Progenitor means forefather, who you come from. And Ham is the forefather, the progenitor of these specific peoples we are getting ready to read about. Read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Of the who?
The dark races.
Of who?
The dark races.
Ham, according to the Bible, is the forefather of the dark races. Now, this is where it gets real interesting, because you just heard me say all dark-skinned people are not the same. But we're reading about how the dark races come from a man named Ham. Let's get some clarity.
Not the Negro.
Who?
Not the Negro.
Not who?
Not the Negro.
When we were sold over here in America as slaves, and they put up those slave advertisements, what did it say on those advertisements? I have 100 what for sale? Anybody know? Anybody's ever seen the pictures or read the old slave advertisements? What did it say? It said I had 100 Negroes for sale. Even our oppressor understood there's a difference between the people that we call Negroes and the people that we call African. Africans sold Negroes into slavery. White people love to throw that out. Well, you know, black people sold black people into slavery. That's a lie. Africans sold Africans into slavery. That's a lie. Africans, the children of Ham, sold Negroes into slavery. Why am I making a distinction? Why am I making a difference? Because we are 2 different people. How? We come from 2 different forefathers. That's how. This is basic biology. You understand? This isn't spooky. This ain't sage burning and crystal rubbing. This is real biology. Read.
But the Egyptians...
Now, these are the people that come from Ham. You understand? Read.
The Egyptians.
The Egyptians. If you are a child of the Egyptians, Ham is your forefather. Keep reading.
Ethiopia.
Who?
Ethiopia.
She just told me earlier that the name of Ethiopia was Abyssinia. What's the name of it? Abyssinia. Right? Well, I'm going to help you. Before it was Abyssinia, it was Cush. You understand? This is actual history. And your people's forefather is Ham. You understand? If you was listening, you will understand that we bring it out right now. You asked the question, we answering the question. Read it from the top where it says the Egyptians.
Egyptians.
The Egyptians.
Ethiopia.
The Ethiopians.
Libyans. And Canaanites.
And Canaanites. The people that you would find in South Africa today. You understand? Read the definition from the top again.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
Now read this nice and loud so they can hear it.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Do you know what the word progenitor means?
I have a question.
Do you know what the word progenitor means?
No, can you elaborate, please.
Okay, this is why you got to listen.
I am.
Progenitor means, like I just said before, means the forefather of. Progenitor means the person who established these people through his literal DNA. You understand? I am the progenitor of my children. And then when they have children, and they have children, I will still be the progenitor of all those children. This is actual biology. This is not us making this up. You understand? The progenitor of who?
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Of the dark races. Name me some dark races. Who are the dark races? You understand? You know your people weren't originally that light the way you are. You know how your people became light like that? Alexander the Greek. When Alexander the Greek died, he left his empire in charge to 4 generals. Ptolemy was in charge of the Egyptian sector, who in turn invaded Ethiopia and the land that you would call Eritrea today. Your people originally are dark people. You understand? Just like most Africans are dark people. And Ham is the forefather of these dark people. Now, are we the same is the question. That's the question that we should be getting to. Are we the same because we have melanin? Are we the same? Yeah, it is. Right, hold this up. We don't hide. The sister, she asked, not the sister, she asked when she came over here, are we like the Masons because we keep our knowledge secret? We giving out everything that we saying right here. Everything that we're reading, you can pull it up on your phone if you cared enough to know. You understand? This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. This is the Holy Bible that's in every church and your mama's church, your grandmother's church, probably in your house that is collecting dust. You understand? Wait 1 second. We're going to get this and we'll come to you. Well, she asked a question. I want to get to her question. Now read it again. The progenitor of who?
The progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro.
Not who?
Not the Negro.
Do you consider yourself a Negro?
No.
Why not?
Because you only call a Negro when you come to the United States and you sold.
Say that again.
You're only called a Negro when you come to the United States. Nobody addresses a Negro.
No, finish what you said the very first time you said it. You said you're only called a Negro when you come to the United States and
you're sold.
And you're what?
Sold.
Give her a hand.
Okay.
This is not these are not our words. She understands actual history. The people that were brought to America and that were sold are not the people of Africa. The people that were brought here and sold are Negroes. And I'm going to clarify, I know it's confusing because we've been taught all types of vain philosophies. Keep reading.
But the Egyptians,
the Ethiopians,
Libyans,
the Libyans, and the Canaanites. Drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Now, I'm going to prove what you just said is in the Bible. You understand?
Hold up. Do we know who wrote the Bible?
Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1. You understand? I'm going to show you what you just said is in the Bible. The people that were brought here, the dark race people that were brought here are not the same as the dark race people that sold them to get here. The people are not Negro. The people that sold us are not Negroes. They're not Negroes. Do Nigerians consider themselves Negroes? Yes or no? It's not hard. No. Do Ghanaians consider themselves Negroes?
They did at some point.
When? What's that point?
At the point when there was a black man that was living in high society and he was able to sell Negroes.
When was that point? Tell me the time period when Ghanaians considered themselves Negroes.
I cannot tell you the point.
I understand, because it didn't exist. They never called themselves Negroes. You know why? Because that's not who they are. Their history and their culture has been intact. You know who your father is, right? Do you know who your father is?
Yes.
You know the history of your people?
Yes.
You even went as far to know the name of Ethiopia, of ancient times, Abyssinia. Black people don't even know who the hell we are. What's our nationality, sis? What's your nationality? Yes, yours. You African? Your father's from where? Africa. Where in Africa?
African part.
The African part, no sweat. This sister is a Negro. That's how you know. Give her a hand for trying. She tried to be difficult, but she a sister, man. This sister is a Negro, just like me, just like him, just like him. And you shouldn't be ashamed of that. You know why? Because you being a Negro is what's going to save you in the coming destruction of this whore called America.
J Sparks Eats.
I roll with warriors and them garments be looking glorious. Feel like 20 sets of fists hitting you, but it's 4 of us. They always scream squad, but loyalty just mean more to us. Let the 40s bust when it's time, unleash the hunters. I done seen stand up niggas turn into runners. Niggas with weak right hooks turn into gunners. Soldiers in abundance, marching in by the hundreds. We don't hold no punches, we letting them go in bunches. Crawled up out the dungeons and that we do it humongous. Waiting on a hater to flex, we doing lunges. Rappers better give me respect, this beat punished. Really, I don't worry about credit or where it's due. Just know your favorite rapper told it I'm number 2. Camp full of animals like I'm running the zoo. Call me Tower Warhood, either call me the Jew. Shit, you can call me the king, I'm ready to rule. Only sharks swim here, rappers get out the pool. Only real spitters can wade in this type of water. A renaissance coming, we cutting your time shorter. You had a good while to get your fares in order.